This is a surprise for you.
Mm.
It might not be a good surprise yet, but I'm going to check to see if we are headlining in Packaging Europe yet. Here we go.
I don't think we are.
Not yet.
Well, yeah. One day.
We will soon be headlining. We'll be famous.
Yeah.
Now shall we firstly announce... Oh, people already know, don't they? Because it's the title of the thing, but...
They will, but this... I think just do it as it's coming. So, technically, we're going to have film these in a certain order, and at the point in time that we're capturing in these, we've now just announced the name. The artwork's not yet revealed, but by the time this goes out, the artwork will be revealed.
Oh yeah, the artwork.
Yeah. So do you want to announce the name? It was a poll. It wasn't even us that come up with it.
Yeah, no, a poll, and I think it was your friend.
It was. Yeah. Shanna picked the name.
Yeah.
Which got the most votes.
Yeah, got the most votes. It was between that and Pack to the Future. So Pack to the Future was the one on mine. And that got 87% worth of my votes.
It's because it's the best one, and I come up with it.
You did, yeah. So did ChatGPT.
I didn't. I promise. I know I'm a big ChatGPT fan. I wasn't. What happened was I was typing into ChatGPT, give me examples for a packaging podcast name, like Back to the Future, like pop culture reference, like Back to the Future. Oh, so I typed into ChatGPT Back to the Future, and then I thought, why am I typing it? Let's just there's our choice.
Back to the Future.
But after all that, it's not Back to the Future.
No, it's not Back to the Future.
Because the ultimate winner really is
Big Fish,
Little Fish,
Cardboard Box.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is by far the best one. When you look back on all of them, and then you actually try and find which one is going to be the most entertaining and the most random.
Yeah, I like it because it's memorable.
Yeah.
It's that dance, isn't it?
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box.
Although this being a podcast, you can't see it. Just imagine we're doing it.
Yeah.
Because we are.
Listen to the whooshes of our hands. Big fish, little fish. That doesn't work. Can you hear that?
Can you hear him often? Yeah, and the branding of Pack to the Future felt like it was, when we were mocking the logos up, it was too reliant on the Back to the Future logo initially. And at a glance, it just looks like that logo. It looks a rip-off. There was loads of ideas we had. Yeah. I really want to get the orange body warmer.
We could probably still do that just as a poster. Just for fun.
And like lifting the glass on.
Yeah.
And is Doc holding like the remote control behind?
Yeah, he's got a remote control in his hand.
That'd be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of like the white lab coat thing.
Yeah, it would have been good.
There was
it's a hard decision between the two. But
yeah.
I
thought Little Fish cardboard. Oh, Little Fish.
Am I not included anymore?
I'm cutting you out. Big Fish, Little Fish cardboard box had more. You could just play in so many more things. Cardboard box being the packaging angle of it, which is ultimately what we're supposed to be talking about. Big Fish, yourself, and Little Fish, me. I suppose when this goes out, the artwork will be revealed as well.
The artwork
so
will
you could talk
out.
about the fact that you decided to make yourself a shark, and I'm a Nemo.
I think that the Nemo bit was your idea.
Did I say Nemo first?
Yeah, because you said Nemo.
I picked Nemo.
You should be Nemo, and then I was going to be...
I never said you should be a shark, though.
I was going to be Big Tuna.
I said like a tuna or something. But in hindsight... I nearly said this the other day, but I've saved it for this. In hindsight, I realised what you should have been.
Oh, yeah, what?
A puffer fish.
Yeah, because of my horrendous diet. 1 minute I'm fat, 1 minute I'm thin. That's a... damn, yeah. Missed the trick on that one. And then we could just keep changing the logo depending on
where you are
what my weight is.
Yeah. But you're not. You're a shark.
I'm a shark, yeah. Which is
ultimately
cool
a lot cooler.
Yeah. Oh, I just did it again, didn't I? Tapped.
The tapping.
Yeah. I saw you.
Stop that, yeah. Trying to be good. We'll have to get the mic suspended.
Yeah.
Got no budget at the moment.
They can just come down from the ceiling.
Like WWE wrestlers.
Yeah, I was thinking more Elvis, but we can get WWE.
Oh.
No, Frank Sinatra. He's more of the one with the thing.
That was hanging down?
Yeah, I think he did a hanging down one.
I don't read it.
Might be completely
It's not
wrong.
my time. It's more your time. Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
It's like 60s.
When were you born?
90s. That old? I think you just turned 32. Wait, how old am I? Am I 32? I was born in 1993, February. Work that one out.
It's marketing, not
Can
maths.
you really? I genuinely cannot remember
How old you are?
how old I am.
I forget as well.
I think I'm 32, but who knows?
Hmm.
One of those two ages. We should really be able to work that out pretty quick, but I'm 31.
I'm not doing on the spot maths.
No, I'm 31. I worked it out.
I just can't be bothered.
I'm going to be 32. I'm 31 and a half.
Yeah, but don't say that because that's what kids do. I'm 32 in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, but that's why I did it. So today we're going to talk about Christmas.
Ugh.
Well,
Christmas?
Christmas is just around the corner. Going by the...
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, at time of filming we are. It's
Did
the
you
end
show
of
me the
August.
picture?
What, the Tesco's
Yeah.
shops full up with,
Tesco shop full up of Christmas stuff.
yeah.
And the technique is to sell more.
I heard that the idea is they bring the stuff out earlier and earlier each year, or just to a point where it is out obscenely early in terms of when Christmas actually is. So people, I don't really get the logic, because I'm not seeing it and going, oh yeah, I better stock up. The idea being, though, the theory is that the shops get it out, you then stock up, you then have no control over yourself, and then eat everything you've brought.
It does
And
sound
then-
pretty true.
And then buy it all again.
I would do that.
But I'm not sure how much I believe in the logic of that. It probably does work, and not every person's the same. But if you have it out for longer, you're going to sell more of it. I just think the risk is that it's going to go out of date. But it's long life, that stuff, isn't it? It's all preservatives.
Yeah,
isn't
so the cakes are like they last a year or something, don't they?
Yeah.
I've never actually looked.
Because you've eaten it too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am every single year. Everybody always says Christmas is, it's even earlier this year. It's even earlier this year.
Yeah.
And normally it's kind of a joke. Everybody really knows that it's probably about the same time every year. But that is too early.
That feels early.
Halloween hasn't even come into anybody's heads yet.
The other one they keep doing is the pumpkin spice lattes, though. That keeps getting earlier.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, they do a thing in England anyway. I don't know what the deal is in America. If you're a Starbucks member, have their app or something, you can get early access. What?
Good marketing.
To the pumpkin spice latte. If you don't have the app, you can't get early access. We won't get into the fact that I've had an argument in a drive-through about that before.
What, saying
I had
should
the
have
app,
a pumpkin?
but they wanted me to load credits onto the app to purchase the thing. But you have to buy a gift card. I'm not getting into it, but yeah. So I had an argument once about a pumpkin spice latte. I wasn't, but it's not for myself.
Oh, you do?
We're skipping over this. We're skipping over, but they keep bringing the pumpkin spice latte earlier every year.
Oh,
it's now
okay.
August.
Yeah,
It used to be that September was the start.
Yeah,
Just
mental.
like Christmas. But
Mental.
somehow the Christmas decorations have gotten in stores quicker than the pumpkin spice latte can reach the premium Starbucks members on the application.
That's absolutely insane. I might start doing that with my birthday.
What, people can be a premium member and celebrate early with you?
Yeah. They can give me gifts early if they're a member of my...
Is that subscription based? They have to pay you to give you for the privilege of giving you gifts?
Yeah, so they pay me, but they also... Yeah, they pay me and then they have to give me a gift. This is a great idea. I wonder why I thought about that before.
Because no one's going to do it.
True.
But they do for the pumpkin spice latte.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, this is the whole... Once again.
Christmas means peak season. So, as part of a podcast that is all about education, we're going to talk about peak season.
100% about education.
Yeah, just peak season. Although first, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Oh, do you want me to do my magic trick?
Where's that coin?
I don't have it.
Oh, I've lost it.
Oh no.
Hang on.
I am so excited to show you this magic trick, so I can't believe you've lost it now.
Is this the trick? It's gone already.
Gone.
Hang on. I'll be back. So I've gone to look for the coin. It's in my pocket. There we go.
Voila.
Voila. One.
Right, now, I don't know how I'm going to
Is this going to even work for the camera?
It will work, yeah. It will work, because I'll stand up. See?
I'm just prepping you beforehand. I'm not sure I'm the most... I'm not the best with, like, reveals and surprises. I don't think I react very well. So, just pretty going into that.
Well, now I don't want to do
But
it.
don't be disappointed. Go on then.
Right, close your eyes.
I'll just look away.
Yeah, right.
Wait, I've got to close my eyes.
No, you have to close your
You're
eyes.
just going to throw the coin.
I'm not going to throw the coin.
Okay.
But close your eyes, because there's a beginning bit to this.
My eyes are shut. Are we going to blur the screen for the viewer to get the full? Well, I feel like you're in my
I'm not
grill.
doing anything. This is the beginning. So imagine that the coin is not there. Okay, now open your eyes. Okay, here it is.
What is this? What's this
That's
bit?
the beginning. Right, ready?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we put the coin into my hand. Yeah. Click, and it's gone.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Let's just say.
Go again. Have you got like a false thumb on or something?
No. I won't do it again. But
Why not go again?
because it's boring for the camera.
It's brilliant for me.
So that's my magic trick.
And that, what's that got to do with peak season?
Christmas is magical. The magic of Christmas. Duh! Come on.
I know beforehand I decided I don't react well to trick stuff, but that was epic.
Let's just say I can't wait for you to edit this.
Oh, am I going to see?
You're gonna see. I genuinely
I don't want to
cannot
know.
Wait.
I
Huh?
like the magic. You'll have to edit it.
So you can't get out of it. Not like that. Yeah, I can't wait for you to watch it, and we have to leave obviously that whole bit in when you see
Of my eyes shut.
When you see it, not your eyes shut. That didn't actually make it much of a difference, but yeah, when you see it, you'll.
Oh, you think it'll just be visible from the camera? It won't have the effect won't be replicated from what I saw.
What?
When I edit it, I'm going to be able to see what happens.
Yeah.
So the viewer of this is not going to appreciate the trick.
Not at all, but
Oh.
they'll appreciate.
Why don't you do it in front of the camera then?
they'll
I'll cut that in
appreciate-
instead.
No, because they'll appreciate. I'm not actually trying to do magic, but
Oh.
it's funny to see it from my perspective.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to you editing that one.
Is it like on the back of your hand or something? Is it on your wrist?
You'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, so
The magic of Christmas.
magic of Christmas, peak season,
And the horrors
and then I said
of peak season.
The horrors of peak season, and then I said, "Oh, I have got a funny story to tell you."
We just go from one distraction to the other of this, don't we?
Oh yeah. Well, let me talk about Christmas a bit. Let me talk about peak season a bit, and then we'll tell you a funny story. Peak season gets really busy, so make sure you got
Prepare.
enough. Make sure you got enough packers. Anyway, my funny story.
That's it. That's
No,
your
I'm just
that's your
kidding.
advice.
No.
Oh, there's our mandatory 30 seconds of educational content.
Yeah.
Let's just talk rubbish now.
Yeah, that was the plan. No, so peak season, we've got a top tip incoming. So I've got a top tip for people.
Okay, I was hoping you did because
And
I do not.
The top tip for anybody that is, you can be a small business, medium, large, whatever. If you're an e-commerce business,
E-commerce business.
if you're an, I'm thinking about my story, my funny story. Anyway, I hope it's funny because it was funny to me. If you're one of those types of businesses,
There's going to be a lot of editing on this one.
no, don't edit it, just keep it. This can be a short from now. If you're one of those businesses that has an e-commerce site, I can tell.
Stop.
It's you. You're laughing.
You shut your eyes. I shut my eyes. You shut yours. Now tell a story.
What, the funny one?
No, your tip.
No, I'm not going to do it with my eyes closed. Any of those types of businesses, if they've got an e-commerce side of it, there you go, I got through it. Whew. Then, when you're doing the...
Sorry.
That was
I'm
100%
just
you.
looking happy.
You're not looking happy.
Tell
Don't
me
look
the
at me.
thing, I wanna
I'm
hear
gonna-
the story.
I'm going to talk to these guys because
Yeah.
you're clearly incapable. one thing that I would say is, and that I've done a few blogs on it, is to 100% make sure, and I'll start talking to you now, make sure that you train your temp staff.
You do have a bee in your bonnet about that.
I've got a bee in my bonnet because, and it's stemmed from conversations I've had from businesses, which they've basically said that during peak seasons their breakages go up, and a lot of them assume it's because they're sending out more orders, so generally the spike. But when you look at how many orders and the spike, it doesn't add up. So what people are doing is they're bringing in temporary staff. For one, a lot of the time they don't have enough room and space.
Yeah.
But also the temp staff aren't trained enough on how to actually pack orders. So if they're given some airbags to put around a box, it's not that complicated to do. You know, you just sort of lay some on the bottom, lay it around the sides, and whatever. You got to fill all of the areas of the box to make it protect. Yeah, you got to fill all the void.
Hence the name.
Void.
Fill.
Very good.
We are getting good at
Big
this.
fish.
Little fish.
Yeah.
It's much better than pack it up.
Pack it in.
Yeah. We are
Yeah.
third episode in, and the
The what?
professionals.
Professionals.
Yeah.
It's the, what is it called? The chemistry.
Right.
We've got chemistry.
Moving on.
Train your temp staff because they will cause you, and not, this sounds really horrible to temp packing staff, but those temp packing staff, if they are temporary packing for companies, that's not their full-time job. They're just trying to either make a bit of money on the side, what they do, or, you know, whatever. Get through life trying to earn a decent amount of money, which is obviously quite difficult now. So
yeah, I don't know what other working conditions. I'm not trying to say the working conditions are bad. I don't know what the working conditions are like. Don't know whether it's a bit like the food delivery stuff lately, where it seems to be done on the amount of orders. I don't know whether packers are judged on how many parcels they do, or whether it's a time clock in, clock out. Because if it's a amount of parcels, then it's all going to be about ease, speed, and just getting them out of the door, and the care and protecting the stuff.
Yeah, it goes out the window a bit.
It feels like a broken way of doing it, because you're then going to pay for it in the long run with the returns and breakages.
Yeah, because it's not just the fact that your product is broken. It's also the fact that the customer experience is broken.
Yeah.
They then send back the parcel, which you then have to dispose of.
That's costing you in delivery charges from the get-go.
Waste and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I forgot about the pollution side of it.
Yeah, all of that. And then you also then have to get a brand new product and send it again.
And they're then angry because they've waited longer than they want to.
Yeah.
It can be fixed, and that touch point can be beneficial depending on how the customer experience is handled. But in this instance, we're talking about peak.
Yeah.
When no one's got time to deal with any of this.
No.
Nonsense.
And this Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
What is that song?
That's the Coca-Cola advert. But as we are not sponsored, please discontinue use of that.
You have to bleep out Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
Beep. So the conversations that I've had with businesses is that the temporary stuff that they're bringing in are actually causing them issues with breakages because they're not trained enough, and the packaging that they've got isn't as self-explanatory as it could be. Because if you give somebody a scrumpled up bit of paper or a roll of paper that they can just pull out and use, flat paper, there's no cushion there, they're going to shove all of that in. So one, they're either overpacking, or two, they're not packing correctly, so they're causing breakages.
Right.
So the overpacking thing is going to cost you because it's more packing materials. And then the not packing correctly is going to cause you problems with customer experience and everything else. And to be honest, even the customer experience side of overpacking, I've had it on a few occasions where I'm going to name names here because they're pretty big. Amazon.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like you can't get through
money.
life without talking about.
They're not everybody's going to stop buying from Amazon because of this.
Well,
this sentence.
if they do,
if they do, sorry.
But also, if we're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. You name drop an Amazon.
Yeah, name drop. They sent me a package that was a little box. It was a candle. Or it's candle makeup. So I can't remember what it was. Not for me. It was like a gift.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah. and it was tiny. It was literally like this big, and the box was huge.
For those that can't see, he's I don't know.
This big, the size of a fist.
Okay.
Well, my fist.
Not little fish's fist.
No, big fish fist.
It's just hard to say. It's tongue twister. Big. Now I'm trying to fit it into the
big fish fist, little fish fist.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing there. I thought there was something. There's nothing there. I thought we could create our own tongue twister that we could, it's like a viral trend. Try and say, big fish fist, little fish. Ooh.
Big fish fist, big fish.
Big fish syphilis.
You should bing Boyd down here so we can do it.
You ordered this candle the size of your big fish fist.
Can fish make fists?
It takes us so long
Wouldn't
to
it
get
just
through.
roll?
I don't know. I've seen Shark Tale. They punch, don't they?
Yeah, but not with a fist.
Yeah. He's like folding his. What's that? A fin? They called it a flap. Folding his fin over.
The fin's at the top. Bugger.
What's on the sides? Nemo's got a little.
Yeah, they're not fins, are they?
What is it then?
I don't know.
Fin. He's got a little
We're
fin.
We're really stupid on this podcast.
It's just when you're on the spot, you can't remember the wings.
Yeah, wings.
It's not wings.
Hey Siri, what are the things called on a shark that come out the side? Oh, he didn't say anything. Shark anatomy.
There you go.
What do you mean, there you go?
What does it say the fin is?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a fin?
They are fins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, your big fish fist.
My big fish fist.
Candle.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
You ordered a candle from Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Ordered a candle, and the box was massive that it came in.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of that box, obviously that person was worried about said item, because it would have been slightly fragile, whether it was candle or like a little glass container of some kind within a box. So the packer had shoved a stupid amount of paper, because it's just that flat. It was just that flat paper then. I don't know whether they use something different now, but it was just the flat paper, and then they scrunch it all up and they shove it in. And I was literally like reeling it out, and
like a magic trick.
We
know
trick,
how you like those. So how big was the box then that the candle was coming in? Because we talking comically.
Oh, it was
indifferent.
insane. Yeah, it was literally like.
So the situation that's happened on the packer's bench, they surely must have
60,
boxes.
Yeah, 50 centimetres.
It's very precise.
Well, I just did the measurement.
With your big
ruler.
fish.
Big fish.
Fins.
I just did big fish, little fish.
You
50
have
centimetres.
done it, yeah.
That's how I'm going to measure things from now on.
Whether it's a big fish or a little fish.
Yeah.
But what's happened on the packer's bench there is that usually there would be boxes that would contain that small item.
Yeah, well,
so they've run out?
Yeah, well, they either run out or they can reach.
Can reach?
You never know. No, you know what I mean? Like, it's on the other side of it, like someone else has got it on their pack station, but they've got so many orders coming in because it's Amazon.
Was it peak?
Yeah, it was peak because it was a Christmas present.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, wow. I just...
And what we're looking at then, in an operation that's as grand and as large as Amazon, there's one incident that you've had there as a user. That's replicated on every time someone's ordered that candle. I fail to believe that you're the only one that got the big box with all the packaging in. It's not the case, is it?
100%. It's quite a big thing that I don't know so much anymore. I think they've improved now.
I think people start slating stuff online.
Yeah.
I remember there being like a really... Even before I was in the packaging industry, this thing where people were like kind of shame posting about boxes that were comically too
way
big,
too much stuff.
like, and then tagging the company like, "What are you doing here? What is this?"
Yeah.
I think organisations have cleaned their act up since then, but they're going to be cleaning the act up more with the EPR that's come in. But we'll come back to that.
Yeah. So
because you have a story to tell.
Well, hold on. I haven't finished with this one yet. This I have finished.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, train your staff, get somebody to make sure that the temporary staff are trained as much as possible, have reference sheets on the packing bench. That's a great thing to have, a little reference sheet on how to pack a box.
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid and it sounds we couldn't even use a tape gun last week. But
True.
have something that says that this is how much void you need for this specific item, or this specific item, or that kind of size.
Yeah.
And then you can even, so some companies, some places that I've seen have packing benches with QR codes, so that packers can bring out a phone, scan it, scan the QR code, and then watch a quick video on how to pack a product.
It's not a bad idea, but and it will help, I suppose, initially when you, I suppose, enter that packing area. But if we're talking peak, no one's got time to be going on their phones and scanning stuff, have they? But you're right, there should be a sort of training that's established before. Every time you get a new thing, you're not scanning it. Oh, I forgot the process, let me scan it again, I suppose.
Yeah, so once they know, they know.
Yeah.
But to begin with, if you do the training and then you put them on a packing bench,
that
maybe
then
you've got two dedicated with QR codes that are for temps. It's clear instructions as to how to pack that box. There you go, there's a bit of decent advice and educational content. You can reduce your breakages, lower your packaging waste, improve customer experience. There's tons of stuff in there.
Just from having a QR code video. Yeah, do the training.
Crazy, yeah.
And then recreate that in a video that's on a QR code. So there's like an easy access touch point if someone forgets.
Yeah. The responsibility of the packaging company that has provided whatever packaging you're using, they are the ones to give you that information. You can do it yourself, but what's better than having packaging experts that have done it for 20 years or whatever? Don't
guess it.
Yeah. We can't use a tape gun, so we can definitely not.
That's not a fantastic advert for us, though, because we work at a packaging organisation, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I know what goes inside a box.
I'm not in the training videos.
No, true, yeah.
I know
we get the packaging experts to come down.
Exactly. We're not too ashamed to.
No, easy.
And we will be learning how to use a tape gun.
Yeah, well, you did a better job earlier.
I know, it's because I've become self-conscious ever since.
Oh, is this your new thing?
What?
You're moving away from Levi jeans.
I'll have you know, it's vintage Levi jeans.
Vintage Levi jeans to...
Yeah, I'm going to become an absolute nerd about tape guns now.
Yeah.
And tape. In fact, I think we should do a session here where we bring Boyd down and get him to teach us how to do the tape gun. Because I think that should be a really good session.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
But also, the tape identification by sniffing.
Oh, yeah, sniffing.
Because that is just weird.
Yeah, also... that's not a good thing though, right? Because sniffing glue, that's what kids do at school, isn't it? Well, not on a day-to-day basis, but that's what they used to do.
That's what kids do at school?
Well, I know I did when I was at school.
Okay. This explains why we are the way we are.
Yeah, maybe. There's a bit of brain damage in there.
Yeah. I've never, maybe not sniffing a whole load of it, but it's really impressive, I think, to watch, like Boyd can identify adhesives by his nose. Oh,
so we do a blindfolded smelling test?
Absolutely.
We're going to bing Boyd in down here. We're going to do a blind sniffing test on tape. And then we'll get something that's definitely not tape and just get him to sniff it.
I hope he doesn't watch this beforehand. Oh no, I hope he does, because if we don't then put the random thing in there that he's going to end up sniffing, he's going to think there's something in there.
Oh yeah, so it could be.
Watch it, Boyd. Freak yourself
Boyd,
out.
If you're watching this, we'll know if he's watched it as well, because he'll come and tell us about this.
There we go. We'll see you shortly,
Boyd. We'll bing you down here. I think we should say that forever. We should bing people around.
Bing them around.
Bring is so 2024.
So long to say as well. We've got the whole extra letter in there.
Yeah, bring. Bing.
Do you realise the amount of work I have to do on these subtitles to make it say Bing every time?
Oh yeah. Oh, and we've said Bing loads.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Bing bing.
Stop. You've actually had a story before we went with the deep dive of packers and packing benches.
Yeah, that was a good section. Though.
Candle and the fist. So your story is?
I really hope this is funny, but if it's not funny, what are we going to do? Because we can't cut it out, because I've mentioned this story for ages now.
We're going to leave it in, and I'll put cricket noises over.
Well, it was just a funny experience for me, and it was painful. So painful. Not in a physical way, but in an emotional way.
Okay. So,
the other day, I was leaving my house in the morning to come to work.
Was it dark? Did you run again?
No, I didn't run in the dark. But I left the house and we're kind of in a close, so we've got houses all around us, quite close by. And then as I'm just walking out of my door, so I've got like the door, I'm walking out, and then I've got a side wall here, and then I come out. So just as I come out, I hear from one of our neighbour that we know very well and we're friends with, I hear a deeper voice say, hi, really loudly.
Do it in the deep voice.
Hi. Oh, wow, that was really good. I didn't know I could do that deep.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I'm going to do that more often. So I hit hi. So my automatic reaction was and I know them, but I only know the mum, and my son is friends with their son.
Okay.
So I only know the ages between...
And the deep voice is not the...
It's neither.
No.
But my automatic reaction was that I've just come around the corner, someone said hi, so I turn around and I put my hand up and I wave and I go, hi, and then...
In your higher voice.
Yeah, in my... hi! And it turns out that it was the older son.
Okay.
He's got a really cool name. Oh, I don't know. They won't mind. Dragon.
It's called Dragon?
His name is Dragon.
It's like his christened name, Dragon.
Yeah, he's so cool. What a name.
No one who's got a deep voice. That sounds wicked.
Yeah. So anyway.
So it was Dragon.
Dragon was actually at the door, and instead of saying hi, he was at his house. He was facing inside his house, and he was actually saying bye. So immediately after doing the wave and saying hi, he starts to turn his head. So I quickly turn around, and trust me, I have no idea what happened or why it happened. I think it was just pure panic and anxiety. I turned around and I went, oh, and then just carried on walking. I just made the weirdest noise ever, and then I had to speed walk away, and I just instantly panicked. I thought, why did I just make a weird noise? Is that a thing? Or why have I just
the weird
made...
noise? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know what happened, but it was instant. I went hi, realised, and then just to make this noise just came out of my mouth, and I have no idea.
No.
So I started walking down the road, and then I panicked even more. So I was like, oh, he's gonna think because he's walking now behind me, so he's probably like 20 feet behind. And I'm thinking, what do I do? So he's only seen this side of me at the moment. So I sneak my phone out, and then I put it up by my ear, and I'm like, so then I just start pretending to be on the phone.
So you keep mumbling.
So I'm like, oh yeah. I've just left now.
This is
so
ridiculous.
I'm going. The effort that went in. So anyway, as I did that, he kind of stopped further up the road for some reason, checking something, I don't know. So I thought, I'll just put the phone down, and I was getting the bus to the train station. So I was waiting at the bus stop, and he then starts coming back down, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? So I got my phone back out, and I was like, yeah, and just mumbled some stuff. And he just walked past, and I really hope he has no idea what happened at that point. And I'm hoping it's early enough in the morning that nobody heard or saw any of that, and even though I've just told. You're
also hoping that it's early enough in the podcast career that he's not going to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he won't see it.
Yeah, not if I send it to him.
There's not that many people called Dragons.
There's not many dragons out there.
No. Yeah, so that was my horrendous experience that I felt so awful about. But afterwards, I then phoned Kat up, and I was like, this just happened. And I was crying. I was like proper laughing. I had tears streaming down my face. And then the bus turned up, and I literally just looked like I'd been crying my eyes out at the bus stop because I was just streaming. So I just thought it was so funny.
I think, yeah, our reactions to those situations definitely different, because I would own that. I would then just say to him, oh, I didn't realise you were saying bye.
But he's too far away to say that.
Oh.
He's too far away for me to be like, oh, thought you were talking to me.
Maybe that's the case, but I categorically would not have pretended to have a fake phone conversation and walk to the bus stop on the phone talking to nobody.
Why not? I do that all the time. I just feel like that was the only option I had to. If he did hear that noise, he must be. Hopefully he's walking past, being like, "Oh, he's just on the phone saying something," instead of me just making a really loud, weird noise.
Weird noises down the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it that we were talking about regarding packaging that's brought you to this?
Nothing. I've just been thinking about that story for the last 4 days, so I wanted to tell you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What a better place to do it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Should we talk about my sock?
I was hoping we got on something a bit more packaging related, but
Oh,
go on then. Tell me about.
technically, the sock is the packaging.
Oh.
So,
Do it.
oh, what did I? How much did I tell you?
You told me, right? You told me that you had a sty, so you filled a sock with rice and put it on your face. And I said to you, it's a sty. It's not an iPhone that's fell in the toilet. Like, why are you putting rice on your face? Because I've heard the gold ring thing, which is just a dirty gold ring. I'm not sure. It's just an old wives' tale, whatever it's called, isn't it? It doesn't work, does it?
What?
Rubbing gold on you.
I didn't even know that's the thing.
So that's apparently one.
I probably would have tried.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But what you'll notice, no sty. And I can guarantee you this works.
If I'm proven wrong that bringing moisture out of a sty with rice in, was it your own sock? Or
Yeah.
in your own used?
No.
Okay. It's a good start.
I'm not going to... No, I wouldn't
I don't know if
that.
you went, oh, we've got sty, whip that off, fill it with rice.
No, I didn't whip it off. No.
Oh.
It was more of a... So, my brother-in-law...
It was his sock.
No. Although that would have made a better story. He came over and I had no idea, but I knew that if I did this on my face, it started to hurt for some reason. But nothing really. I just thought I had a little bruise or something. I didn't think it was anything. He came over and he looked at me and he went, "You got a sty," and then sort of pointed at it.
He jabbed it as well, did he?
Nearly. He may have even done that. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you close to this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
We jab each other in the eye all the time. He said he showed me one of his sties, and it was horrendous.
Well, he had one as well.
No, not at the same time.
I thought, you got a sty. I've got one.
No.
So he got a photo up on his phone.
He got a photo up on his phone of his big eye, and it was horrendous. Like his whole eye was closed from this sty, and he was like, "That's definitely a sty." And I don't think I think I may have had one sty before, never, and it was like at the top, here, but never down here. And he was like, he's watched this. He's obsessed with sties, basically.
What?
And because he's had so many, and he's tried to get rid of them. And he then gave me this tip that he heard from a sty doctor, is a thing, yeah.
A sty doctor.
Yeah, and he said, so get some rice, put it in a sock, and then I don't think I told you this bit.
No.
Put it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave for about, I think it was about 10 seconds or 15 seconds or something. Yeah, just so it's warm enough and it's not going to burn you when you put it on your eye, and it doesn't turn into popcorn or something. Does that happen with rice? Probably not. No, that's not popcorn. That's corn.
You've not had pop rice.
Anyway, pop rice. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Anyway, so I did it.
So you're microwaving a sock.
I microwaved
rice.
Yeah, so I get one of my clean socks.
Good for you.
And then I put this rice in, and I didn't want to ask the stupid question, so I delayed a little bit, and I tried to sort of get it out of him. He didn't specify what type of rice.
Well, you want to know if it's basmati?
Well, yeah, for one. I didn't want to put like pilau on my face.
What's wrong with pilau?
Well, I don't know, it's got a bit of flavour in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basmati quite nice because it's got scent to it, isn't it? It's like a spa day with your sock on your face.
Yeah. So, but not that. I mean, is it like the rice?
Pre-cooked microwave packet rice.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was that because I had a packet of that and a packet of the dry. So I was worried about him being there because he was like, "Oh, do it." So I was worried that I was.
He was pressuring you to do it there in front of him.
Not pressuring me. I just thought, I'll go and do it. And he was sort of telling me as I was going to do it. So then I panicked and I thought, do I use And then when I sort of opened the cupboard and I was looking at both, and I'm like, you'll look like an idiot if you pick the wrong one right now.
So what'd you pick?
Well, which one do you think it is?
Dry.
Yeah. That didn't come into my head.
Did you do the pre-cooked microwave
No, I
rice?
didn't, because luckily at that point I think Kat had said something and it worked out that they told me
Right.
that it would have been dry rice, and I'm glad I didn't have to say.
But you were in the process of reaching.
I was thinking microwave rice, because why would I put non-microwavable rice?
Why would you
in the
put
microwave?
microwaved rice on your face?
Well, I didn't understand the point of it at that point because he hadn't told me.
You didn't think it was... Is it a moisture drawing outfit?
Yes.
Fine. Did it work?
See, that's common sense for you, but that didn't come to my mind at all.
Only because I saw the connection between the iPhone and the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying iPhone. All phones. It's just like a thing.
You
innit?
have to bleep that out as well.
I'll just bleep the I.
We have got MacBook.
Yeah, ignore that.
So I
Yeah.
did it.
I like the lack of common sense in you. It's quite good. It makes for good stories.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
mental. No common sense and weird noises. That's what I do. And running away from the dark. But I know a lot about packaging.
Yeah.
So anyway, I microwaved this rice,
Mm.
and he said put it on for 5 minutes on the eye, and then do that 4 or 5 times tonight. And it was probably about 4 o'clock or whatever. So I didn't do it that many times. I did it about 3 times, and then I did it again in the morning. And then within 24 hours, it was gone.
There you go. I can't knock it and laugh at you if it worked, but
It worked. It
on
could
the
have been
face bit,
coincidence.
it's
'cause
really
it-
funny.
Yeah, well, it could have been a coincidence that it just went. I don't know. It could have just gone because it was
Time.
time for it to go.
Yeah.
But it'd only been there for a few hours.
You'll never know unless you purposely give yourself a sty in each eye and do like a control test.
I don't know how to give myself a sty.
Neither do I.
I have to ask a sty doctor.
Sty doctor, yeah.
That'll have to come next podcast.
I would like-
I'll come in with a sty.
Yeah, 2.
1 each.
Oh. No, you're alright. I'm out. I'm out.
I ain't coming in with both.
Enough sty talks, just realise how gross it is.
Yeah, it is gross. Oh, what's even... Oh, no, I'm not going to go.
Don't then, let's do packaging.
Yeah,
That's what we're
let's
supposed to
do that was packaging, because the sock is the packaging for the rice.
Wow, this is very loosely based on packaging.
Yeah, well, you know. We did a really educational part.
Mhm. Yeah, you gave your tip.
My tip.
You've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it again.
What?
No, don't repeat this story with the candle again.
No. Yeah, I've done my tip.
Okay, done your tip. I don't have a tip.
What do you want to talk about then? Packaging.
I don't know, what was your other story? Peak season.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about peak season.
And then-
Horrors.
Horrors of peak season.
Let's do horrors of peak season.
Okay.
Have you had any horrors of peak season?
Haven't worked in the packaging industry long enough to experience in it. However,
As a customer.
I suppose so. Yeah, I brought a makeup set for the girlfriend once, and it was broken. But the speed at which that's corrected, in terms, actually, what I did notice, because again it's Christmas time, was that they didn't even want the item sent back to them. They just said, "We'll give you 50% off if you just leave it alone." So basically, it was this palette, and one square of the 20 was broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they didn't.
What was it packaged in?
Oh, let's go into some. I think it was packaged in a bubble a bubble wrap sleeve. You know, they do the
Yeah.
bags. That's a little fold over things.
Yeah.
So a bubble wrap bag that went in, then probably in a larger box, but so no void fill really.
Yeah,
because bubble wrap
that's
is
bubble.
a surface impact protection. It's not going to void fill. So in transit, it's had an impact, and it's smashed one of the pieces. But their resolution to that, and you can imagine now, I'm looking at it from the other side, they're probably dealing with that a lot, if that's how they're packing them. And that's the process. They're probably getting a lot of people coming back and saying, I've had this broken, I've had that broken. So I shouldn't be surprised at the speed in which they replied to me, because it's probably a copy and pasted message. Would you take the item with the defect for 50% off? Which most people are just going to go, oh yeah, half price, to lose less than 50% of the thing.
Yeah, I guess that would probably work out cheaper for that. Well, it would work out cheaper for them to, because if it came back, they'd have to get rid of that item. They can't then
bin the
resell
item,
it, can they?
Yeah, and then ship another one that might break again, and that's going to wind me up more.
Yeah, there's a lot of costs involved throughout that whole process.
So that was their technique of getting around that, which actually, I'm thinking about it now, that seems like quite a clever tactic to keep costs low.
Yeah.
Not deal in a massive amount of waste, but I suppose the root of the problem is what it was packed in the first place.
Yeah.
And again, somehow it's managed to loop back to the breakage being involved around packaging.
Yeah, and it's also very specific to that type of product.
It is, yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to, if you ordered a Mac, as an example, and this corner was snapped off.
Yeah.
And they said, we'll give you 50% off. You'd probably be like, no.
No, you're all right.
No. So it's quite specific, but that could probably help a business. They might think, actually, that's going to work out cheaper because I wouldn't have to use all the packaging material, which leads into EPR again, and all the costs that's going to bring in.
So are you suggesting that it could be wise to continue that route and not increase packaging materials to avoid EPR charges and just take the amount of breakages on the chin?
Yeah.
We haven't seen the full effect of what EPR is going to do to the cost of packaging yet.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah. I think reducing the amount of breakages is still going to be a number one focus for peak season for a lot of companies.
It's got to be.
So you want to make sure that you're reducing it, and that is by making sure your packing staff are trained and using the right packing material and surface protection, and as minimal as you can get, but with the most protection. So you still want to do all of that, but if you are sending stuff that is fragile and you are getting breakages, because let's be honest, at peak season you're bound to get a few, instead of if you can have that scenario, instead of you then taking that product back, I think that idea of offering discount if that product is still usable, or most of that, in your scenario it's very clear that one piece of it being broken is but yeah, for those people that are in that industry, you could if a lid's broken on a perfume bottle,
just the lid that encapsulates.
like you could
especially you're right, if you're ordering,
we'll give you 30% off,
like a big expensive perfume, your £100 plus kind of thing, and someone said to you, I'll give you give it for half price if the lid's broken.
To be honest, I'll probably take 20%.
You take less
on a lid. Yeah, depending on what the product is, but even if you did do half price, it would cost you less than sending them another one, wouldn't it?
It's got to, isn't it?
Yeah, because all
you're doing is sacrificing the profit on that one item rather than losing potential profit on two items, right?
Although you could just replace the lid and then sell it. Although I don't know if you're allowed to do that because of laws. Like if perfume and stuff, if that gets sent out, you don't know if somebody's used it
tampered with it, put something weird in it, sent it back. You know what I mean? Like a poison kind of thing.
Novichok.
Exactly.
That's deep, but obviously that probably won't happen.
Novichok and breakages around Christmas. The only other thing I think I've experienced in peak season is only organisations failing to deliver on their delivery times.
Yeah, that's my pain.
It's just like this.
Yeah,
it's in the terms that it's going to be next day, but there's nothing really holds the company to those terms. I don't really understand as a consumer what you can do.
Yeah,
I ordered something the other day.
You can probably only complain, right?
And we're not even in peak, but for the organisation that we're dealing with, it was a busy period for them. They had a lot going on. There was growth in the company. I think they're moving premises. I know they're moving premises because I was informed of that fact. It was just really busy in their operations, and their terms were shipped next day, and it took a week.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I don't know. But as a consumer, I made two phone calls, emailed 3 times. Didn't really speed it up.
That's not what you want, is it?
No.
So there's an element of customer service just in general there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it stems all the way down to the packing process, how fast it is, where it's coming from. And
I think it was a staffing issue in that case.
Companies.
Just too busy. Which is, as I said to them, is a nice thing to be too busy.
Yeah.
ton of money in it, but I don't know, it might affect your repeat business potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've only ever noticed that as well.
I've had a similar one, but it was a longer period, as in
Longer than what were they saying it'd be delivered in?
So, let me remember, because it was quite some time ago. So I think it was probably about a year ago.
Okay.
And it was, it was multiple items, so it was more than one thing, and it was from a second-hand place.
Okay.
But they're a big second-hand place. So a big second-hand place that sell stuff and package it as normal. So it's the same process as an e-commerce, because you buy it online, they bring it to you. Not like eBay, and it's not a reseller or anything.
No, yeah.
They sell the second-hand stuff. So I placed the order, and it is peak season. So I placed the order in October.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted it way before Christmas. Now, this stuff is for me. If I tell you know who the shop in is, I don't want to drop them in. But they took up until January the 14th
No way.
to deliver all of my products. They drip fed me 2 of them during December, which was really odd.
Not trying to get into the organisation and what it was, because I know you don't want to reveal it. But it wasn't by any chance stuff they had to go and source, because there's some companies like that where you place an order of them and then they'll go and it's like subject to sourcing. They'll then go and buy it. It wasn't the case with this one.
No.
And they drip fed you 2 already. What, to appease you after you complained a bit?
Well, I did a lot of complaining. But to get hold of them, it's always through like chats, and there's no direct contact there, which is really annoying.
Sometimes you do just want to phone them.
Yeah, you just want a phone number, you can pick it up and it goes straight to them. That's the worst thing with a company. So if you've got, if there's a business there and it can't be solved by one of these chatbots, because sometimes I like the chatbot, because if I'm at a computer or whatever, I could just quickly ask a question and then they come back within an hour or half an hour or whatever, that's fine. But if you're trying to get hold of someone with a phone call because of an emergency or something like this delivery, because it was meant to be for Christmas, I tried to phone so many times and their number just goes wait, and then I got through a few times and cut off. That's how bad it was. So I think they're outsourcing their call centre as well, most likely. So pretty horrendous, pretty bad.
You had phone lines before that you've rang up on to try and make a complaint. You finally find the number, go, yeah, that's good, ring it, and then it just tells you to make an inquiry over email. That is, I think I get they're trying to phase the phone out, but there's only so far you feel you can get with chatbots and emails before you just need to. And I'm not one for, I never think it's right to have a go at someone in a customer service position, because there's not a massive amount they can do. Instead, I prefer and I probably why I don't get very far with my orders, just try and appeal to the human side of it. Like, look, I'm not going to have a go at you because there's nothing you directly can do about it, and it's not your fault that this has gone wrong. But just like trying to appeal to the human element and display the whole case to them. But if you can't do that over the phone, because I feel like I struggle to convey a lot of stuff in written format to the best of my ability. I feel I'm more can express myself better in person over the phone. So it's difficult.
Complete opposite.
Oh, you're a keyboard warrior.
I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone, and I'm like
you're a shouter.
Liam Neeson from Taken.
I just think about it like, how would I find it? It's not my. I'm not picking
I take responsibility. That's what I would do. If I work for that company and I haven't received my package in 6 months,
you're in the remote call centre. Just getting shouted at by.
No, I don't ever shout at people, but I get, it annoys me when a company says that they're going to be able to deliver this within this time, pay this, because they're offering all of this stuff, and then as soon as you can't get it that way, how do you fix it?
No,
How do you actually fix it? How do you get through? This has turned into like a complaints thing, isn't it? Basically, get rid of your phone system.
No, keep the phone system.
No, like the automated stuff. Get rid of the press 1 for this, press 2 for that. Just have a direct line to people. Hire some more. That's an educational business tip. I honestly, the experiences I've had on the phone to unnamed places that provide broadband has nearly killed me. I have been that angry. I've actually got a good fact about the complaint side of things. Not necessarily complaints, but customer experience. So I say fact. This was a fact in 2022, I believe. So it could have gone up, it could have gone down, I'm not sure. But it was, and it was hard to write this fact because there's 2 percentages within it. So it was something like 20% of orders during peak season are returned. During peak season are returned. So that could be any type of returns.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say, just for whatever's sake, it's 100 returns. Obviously, it's loads more than that. But let's say it's 100 returns. So 20 of those 100 are getting returned.
Hang on, you just
Wait, no, sorry. Let me just 100 orders.
There we go.
20 of them are getting returned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 20%.
When knowing how we dealt with the maths earlier in this, when you went 100 returns, I was thinking, oh, big brain time coming up. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm not even going to...
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, 100 orders. About 20 of them are going to come back.
Yeah.
And then of that 20, between 80 and 90% of that is due to breakages. So put that on a bigger scale. Say it's 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
With you. Here we go.
Here we go. 2 million of them are getting returned. And 80% of that is because of breakages. So 80% of 2 million being
breakages.
That number that we 80% of 2 million is an easy figure to work out.
Yeah, I can usually do this stuff, but it's just because of the podcast environment and the camera,
yeah,
and I'm not getting this. I'm not putting out there. But I see what you're saying.
What's 80% of 2 million?
Okay.
1.6 million. Of course it is. 10% is 80.
I knew that. I just didn't want to say.
Yeah.
I'm just refusing to get into the on the spot math side of it.
Yeah,
I didn't
really
like it
don't
at
want to
school.
get into it either.
I don't know why you keep making us trying to do it though.
That was fun. Quick math.
But what I want to say off the back of that, quick math, yeah. Off the back of what I wanted to say off the back of that was, I thought it would be higher for returns, one, and I thought that less of those would be because of breakages, because I thought it would be people purchasing things to try it on, oh I don't like it, send it back, because that's kind of a system that gets used and abused nowadays through the fast fashion industry, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think this was industry specific, so that's not of all or e-commerce orders. I think I was doing a specific industry at the time when I was doing the research, so it was likely like cosmetics or something to do with the beauty industry, I think.
Yeah, which isn't, you're quite likely to order and then have it, and once you open it and use it you can't return it, so it's not as easy. Actually, it's quite a nice industry to be in. Fast fashion is quite a horrible one for the returns, because I actually would love to know the stat of
how many
successful orders they actually have. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, in peak season people are probably buying stuff for other people, so they're not worried too much about like a clothing aspect, like does it fit or do I look nice in it. It's kind of just, I brought my husband the shirt, there you go, kind of thing. It's just, there's less, I don't want to say there's less thought around Christmas time, but it's kind of, it's a manic, stressful time, so you've got a checklist of what you're going through and taking it off. But 8 to 20% of your big number is returns
in that industry,
and then 80% of
it was
due
just,
to breakages.
I remember it being such a big number, and knowing the packaging industry, you can understand why that's happening, and once you understand how airbags work, or flat paper works, or the fancy looking paper, when you look at all of that and you think of what its actual purpose is, it's a lot of the time it's not actually very good for the job.
As in, you think the product is picked wrong for the application?
Yeah. I think that happens quite a lot, because you have to think of the whole journey. So you wouldn't take this glass, just put it in a box with no void for a bit of paper wrap.
No, yeah.
Just one flat bit of paper wrapped around it, and then send it in a box whilst it's batting around in there.
No, and I think my perception of how stuff should be packed is dramatically different now to when I started.
Yeah. It does happen. As soon as you get involved in the packaging industry, you realise that how much is involved in actually understanding how to pack a product.
Yeah.
And the best way I learned was from videoing, doing the tutorials.
Oh, you filmed
So I filmed some of the experts do what they were doing. And then they just I just learnt from that. So like twisting and coiling and blocking and bracing, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And, how to be more efficient, how to do it quicker, and how to, all of that just from doing videos. So you'll get there one day, little fish.
Cheers, big fish. But what I find weird is I see all these techniques here. I don't think I've really ever seen them out, not in the wild. Well, we're fishers, so why not in the wild? Yeah, out in the wild.
Yeah, in the deep ocean.
Because some of the materials I've seen here...
I go to the deep ocean. You
I'm a maker.
No.
Maybe take one day.
Probably not.
No.
It's too dangerous for you.
Too dangerous for a little Nemo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like how that's going, by the way.
I think it's great.
I'm playing into the hands of it because I've got no other choice. Like, back me into a corner.
You are dressed for the occasion as well.
This is
fully
not
matching.
This
You've
is
got
not orange.
Black and orange.
This is not orange.
Yeah, but in post edit, I'm going to get that guy to edit it in orange.
No.
And I always look like a shark. Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. Actually, I don't want to be a shark.
You picked it. Pufferfish.
I'm a nice shark.
Always like a pufferfish. I'm setting my chest.
You're really emphasising the puff.
You saying look like Nemo. Should have done Back to the Future.
No, we're good. On that note, we'll call it.
Yeah, before we
call it a day.
Never do these again. What are we doing this time? You did a cheers.
This time
I've got a little bit of drink.
Do
you want to do a clap?
No, big fish, little fish.
Oh,
a clap.
Okay, how are you doing the big fish, little fish?
Like the song.
But are we singing it in unison? I'm not singing it. I'm going to say it for starters.
I don't think you sing it ever. It doesn't go big fish, little fish, carp. That was bad. It is.
Don't know.
Big fish, little fish,
that
carp.
soundbite is out there. That's getting.
Oh no, that could be our theme tune.
Anyway,
big fish, little fish.
Okay, so what are we doing? Are you doing big fish? Are we singing the?
Yeah.
Oh,
don't sing it.
Let's just end it. Thanks for listening.
No. Big fish.
Little fish.
We both have to do cardboard box.
Okay. Go on then.
Big fish.
Little fish. Carb.
Oh, I don't want to look.
Have I got to do the hands?
Yeah.
Let's look.
Okay. Big fish.
Little fish.
Cardboard box. You didn't do the cardboard box.
I'm not enjoying that.
No, I don't really like it.
That's not sticking.
No. We'll keep it in this one, but we'll never do it again.
Never do it again.
And never mention it to anybody.
You've been treated.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.
See you next one. I feel like cheers again.